Well, it's a hard fought, I think we can call it, 2-1 win against Boston Town tonight. And really, I mean, that was chalk and cheese compared to what we saw on Saturday.
Yeah, no, it was. As I said, I didn't pull any punches in my interview on Saturday, and I never will. And I'll always give credit where credit's due. I asked for a reaction. We got that. Heart, grit, desire in abundance, but that's just like the minimum requirement, though, Spen. And you know that. That's why I'll always ask. And that was more of a Wisbeach Town Luke Hipwell team's performance tonight. I thought we started on the front foot. We changed the shape slightly to counteract them and what I thought that they would do. Which in the end we nullified them, I thought, pretty well. There was times where, they had good possession and as I said, to make some decent saves. They caused us, a fair few problems with the long throw. But I thought, which is always difficult when it's continually going into your box. But I thought, to be fair to the lads, they stood up and they were counted. We didn't have loads of height out there on the pitch, but they stuck to the task well. And I asked Azza to come off his line a little bit more second half, and he was braver, and he made some top quality saves. So well done to him. And I thought, as a back four, I thought the four that started, I thought they were absolutely outstanding. I thought as I say, I've asked a few questions. That's the Ben Deere I've signed. He was magnificent, along with Luke Nicholson, coupled alongside obviously Ellis and Tyler Knowles. And we're always going to create chances. We're a bit unfortunate, actually. We nearly caught them cold literally at the start, where the lads done well, the centre half's done well to get back. That could have gone anywhere. And towards the end on the counter attack, we had a couple of chances where, on another day we've got to be better, but it's a positive one. They're going to be up there. They're a good side. They've got a few missing, as did we tonight, so you bring those back in as well. That'll make them even stronger. So we've just got to be resolute and stick to the task and think, we've got 3 points, but it's just a start. And as I said that to the lads, you've set the tone now and a base. You've in terms of your work rate, but we've got to be. There's things we need to improve on. Substitutes taking on board information. I thought they did well and they impacted the game, but just making sure we're fine-tuning that and we understand our roles and responsibilities. A little bit execution at the end, and just keeping the ball a little bit better. But in terms of all the minimum requirements, I was super proud of them tonight. But we've got to go again. I said to the lads, it's about making sure, and I said this at the start of the season, being relentlessly bothered in everything that we do, and that's what we've got to show. We've got another tough game on Saturday against Haverhill in the FA Cup, but we've got to be ready to go again. It's no good turning up tonight and then putting in a half-cocked performance on Saturday again, and then we go back to square one, back to the drawing board. It's bottle the feeling, take it with you, and continue really. And really pleased for the supporters as well, because probably a little bit like me, probably didn't know what they're going to get tonight, and hopefully that gets a few more down as well. The support's great. Still think we should have more down here. It's a young, enthusiastic side that, again, there's still going to be small bumps in the road, hopefully less so than last season, and just come down and support the lads. We need to be minimum 200. We need to be getting to 300 really, and this is what this town is capable of. So that's my biggest plea. Our next game at home to Kimberley on the 9th. Let's get as close to 300 as we can. Hopefully it's a nice day, etc. But now we concentrate, turn our attention to Haverhill. But as I say, pleased with the reaction. Lots to improve on, but it's a good win and it gets us off the mark.